Today we're having classic Chicago food. We've got Italian beef, hot dogs, 2 kinds of pizza, and a dessert. So let's go eat our way around the Windy City. We are at Al's Italian Beef, and I got the regular, and normally you can get the sandwich fully dipped, or you could get what I did, which is just order it wet, so it's not as dripping. And then I also got some pickled veggie on it as well. Look at this thing. You can see this is the lighter version. Oh my gosh. And this is a classic Chicago food. There's a bunch of places to get Italian beef, but we're at Al's today. Look at that. Also, this was ready like instantaneously. By the time I walked down from the line, they were like, okay, $29, here's your order. So I feel like that's a win. Oh my gosh, look at this. So it's just got the thin shaved beef, and then it's all these beautiful pickled veg. Ooh, it's got a nice kick. Oh, that's good. Italian beef is definitely something that you need to get if you want to eat the full spectrum of Chicago food. Now, I'm not particularly a beef person, but I do feel like the fact that they kind of have that like French dipped esque vibe to it, because they put the gravy either fully dipped or just slightly dunked, I think is really nice. It's messy, it's fun, and if this looks appealing to you, this is definitely something you need to try. But don't worry, this is not the only stop that we're going to today on our full Chicago classic food tour. There's a lot to see, a lot to eat, and let's keep going. And we are here for one food, one specific food. That is their cinnamon rolls. Now, these cinnamon rolls are not for the faint of heart, because yes, I'm sure you could order just one, but no, an order actually comes with 2, and it's a side. So if you're getting breakfast and they say 2 sides, this is 1 side, which is absolutely crazy. Pro tip, if you have someone else that you happen to know in Chicago that you want to take your leftovers home for, or maybe you want to have breakfast the next morning, you can get 2 sides of cinnamon rolls and ask for 1 to go. Now, let's stop staring and start eating. They're warm, and it's this like beautiful icing on top. These are truly the best cinnamon rolls. And coming to Ann Souther is actually pretty convenient because there are so many locations. I think there's like 4 or 5 throughout the city. It has also a bit of a Swedish influence. They used to be owned by a Swedish family, and then I believe the woman Ann Souther bought the restaurant, and then we've got Ann Souther that we know and love today. So you'll see some Swedish influence on the menu, which is great. They have Swedish pancakes, I believe Swedish meatballs, potato pancakes, lingonberries as well. So definitely come for breakfast. We ordered some eggs too, so that way we can get our side. It's great. It's absolutely great. Definitely a must stop while you're in Chicago and you're trying to get all of the best bites that you can on your trip. We are at Fatos for a classic Chicago style dog. Now listen, a lot of people say that you have to go to Portillo's when you're in Chicago, and I've been to Portillo's, but today we're gonna get Fatos Chardog Chicago style. And if you're really a big hot dog person, there are so many different places that you can go for Chicago style dogs here. So today we'll get Fatos, and if you come here, tell me what you think and let me know what your favorite hot dog is. Here is our Chardog Chicago style. So we've got a pickle, we've got tomatoes, celery salt, some pepperoncini, raw onions, and relish, and poppy seed bun. There's also a little mustard hidden in there, but what is missing? Comment below. Ketchup. Chicago is not a ketchup fan. So supposedly, oh, I do see it. There is ketchup at this location of Fatos. So if you really like ketchup and you need it, they have it. But a lot of places don't have ketchup. So let's give this Chardog a bite. That's pretty dang good. Oh, that's so nice. So they go out of their way on their menu to say all of their Chardogs are always Chicago style. You can dare to try and ask it not, but if you're here, you should be getting a Chicago style dog. And it says always charred, never boiled. Now, a lot of other places really like their boiled hot dogs. I personally think that the char on hot dog really gives it a nice smoky flavor. And if that's what you're looking for, this is definitely the spot. I also saw that outside they use specifically Vienna beef. I don't know how much you're into hot dogs, but there's a big conflict online of whether Vienna beef or Red Hots are the way to go. And some places supposedly make their own hot dog meat. If you want that, you might have to go outside of the city to Super Dog. Supposedly that's another great spot that makes their own hot dogs. But if you're in town and you want to get a nice char dog, Chicago style, Fatos is where it's at. So obviously we can't talk about Chicago food without getting some deep dish. Now everyone says that you gotta go to Illuminati's or Giordano's, but I think the best spot for deep dish is at Pequod's, and that's where we are today. So I got their small, which is I think a pretty good size to share with most people because deep dish is big and very filling. But we got it with their sausage and pepperoni, and their sausage is made in-house and it's absolutely delicious and flavorful. And then we also got a large cheese style pizza. I mean, it's just so good. And I think the thing about Pequod's that is, makes it stand out so much from other places is that the crust has like, I think it's like a Parmesan or some kind of like cheese coated with just delicious, rich flavor. And I think that makes such a difference when you're having such an indulgent dish. And if I'm in Chicago, this is where I'm getting deep dish, and this is where I think you should get deep dish. In all honesty, deep dish is such a staple in Chicago. So when you're here, try it, see what you like, but don't skip it. Definitely delicious. And it's not the only stop we're getting for pizza today, because Chicago actually has 2 types of pizza. So stay tuned and see where else we're going to keep eating. We have come to Pat's Pizzeria for the lesser known Tavern Style pizza. Tavern Style pizza is basically like a wafer thin crust pizza, and it's typically cut like a square like this. You can see just how thin it is. I mean, that's crazy, but this is huge in Chicago. There are so many other places that you can go. The rumor has it this is kind of more where the locals get pizza style that a lot of people like to have versus the very heavy deep dish like we got at Pequod's. Now, I think this is crazy thin. It holds really nicely, and we got their mozzarella with peppers and onions. They also have an option on their menu called Pat Special, which has sausage, peppers, onions, and mushrooms. That also sounded good, but we went with just the peppers and onions today. Let's give it a try. It's got a nice flavor. It definitely is the kind of pizza that you want to put toppings on. They had some funky other options on the menu, like a taco pizza and a cheeseburger pizza. So if you're a toppings person, I would say that this is a really good option. Funny enough, I do feel like deep dish also holds toppings really well because it's literally a pie. In some ways they go together, in other ways they are absolute opposites. So I think that Tavern Style is definitely a must try while you're in Chicago. It's a food that I feel like most people just sleep on, and this part of the pizza culture here is so unique to Chicago aside from their deep dish. So come to Pat's, give it a try, and let me know what you think. So we have eaten all of the classic Chicago foods today. So when you come here, you know what to get. I mean, Pequod's, maybe some Fatso, you know the real deal. But if you're looking for more food content, specifically more pizza content, then definitely check out my New Haven pizza video. New Haven style pizza has such a unique flair compared to other parts of the country and the world. So if you want to learn all about that, then I'll have that linked above and down below. And thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you again soon. Bye for now.